For more information on how to grow your Twitch channel, tune in every other Friday to Streamers Unite at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/Fatkidgaming21, and make sure to follow both Albel and Nobody over on Twitch. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification to be informed when we drop new content. StreamCrux. So we're going to give you guys a quick little tutorial on how StreamCrux works, and we're going to pull up the website here for you guys so that you guys can see what's going on, and we're going to talk about basically how to do everything on StreamCrux. If you guys are unaware, you can look down in my doobly-doo. The very first panel you should see underneath me, I do believe, is the StreamCrux. StreamCrux is the awesome extension that we've been promoting for a while now, that lets you guys choose the personality traits of your streamer, search streamers based on their personality traits, check them out, become way more discoverable, and you can upvote them up to 3 times a day to help them climb their way to the top of the leaderboard. So if you guys go down and click the StreamCrux, it'll take you over to the website, and we're going to give you a quick rundown on how that works. But yes, welcome to the StreamCrux. You can see Atreus and Mr. Fluffy over there. I need to, let's update this.
Yes, there is, actually.
Let's see who's over here.
I recommend streamers do this daily. Give your people a walkthrough.
Yeah, you should give people a walkthrough on everything.
Click live only real quick.
This is why I have live only on.
Yeah, I know. Click it. This is why I say do this daily.
Yeah, I do believe it's mostly our community at the top of the leaderboard here. I mean, let's look at the faces we see here. We got Nobody on top. We've got Atreus, Mr. Fluffy, Yowoski. We've got Rogue Dracos. We've got the Mad Murdy. I see Native Potato. C-Gen Gaming. Goddess Mars. That I know off the top of my head.
Duda Chicken.
Good
friend of mine.
Chicken. Yep.
Mars SG. Midori Bishi.
Yep. There's Mars. We've got Mirabishi. Of course, you've got myself. Standing Wolf. Zombie Love. Scorched Ace.
Real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna go boop, 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 boop. By the way, guys, what you just watched me do was upvote the Zombie Love. Matter of fact, we're gonna go give all of our favorite streamers some upvotes. Let's give some. Let's give some to Nobody. I've already, of course, hitting Atreus and Mr. Fluffy today. Of course, we're gonna hit Yowoski. Let's give Draco some upvotes while we're here. The Mad Murdy. I already hit him too.
By the way, never hit streamers you don't know. Only hit streamers that you enjoy watching.
Oh yeah, and I've got
keep it real. Well. Otherwise, you defeat the purpose of the entire site.
Yep, you gotta give it to who you know, who you love.
Oh, you're gonna love Midori Bishi. Okay. I can tell you that. It's a trip.
Of course, we're gonna hit the Standing Wolf. Gotta get the Vipress while we're here.
She hasn't streamed but like once in a few months.
And who, Vipress? Yeah, I know, right? I love Vipress. Of course, we gotta give the Jane some love. But yeah, guys, this is the platform. I'm gonna go back to live only, so you guys can see who are the lovely streamers that are live. Oh, there's Insanity too, but I've already hit him. Welcome to the awesome platform. I'm far down. Oh, I have so many. You're insane for upvoting me. Because you are incredible, Standing Wolf.
Because we're insane and we love you.
Hey, Standing Wolf, you're breathtaking. But welcome to the StreamCrux platform. It's really awesome. It's very simple. You connect your Twitch account, and then you can come over here, and you can do all sorts of things. So we're going to go to my profile real quick. As you can see, I've been voted 8 times for original, 6 times for chat responsive, 5 times for competitive. If you want to select what traits you think your streamer has, all you have to do is come here and click this little plus. It is going to give you a list, and then you click the 3 that you think most apply to your streamer. And you can see I've got 1 for funny, 3 for talkative, 5 for competitive, 6 for chat responsive, 1 for creative, 1 for crazy, 8 for original. I got 1 for silly, 1 for friendly.
You friendly never.
You know what's funny is competitive is the one I didn't expect to see on my list at all.
Well, considering you play League of Legends competitively on stream all the time, I see it.
Here's the thing: is I never play ranked.
But still, it's still a competitive game.
I mean,
look at it.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Yeah. I mean,
but yeah, you're always gonna have that one that crops up that you weren't expecting to be where it's at.
Oh yeah, it's always great to find out what your audience really thinks about you.
If you go to my page real quick, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and then we can do this as well. So we just go. I think we should just be able to search Nobody.
Yeah.
B-O-T-Y. You should be right there.
Yeah, look at these crazy nuts. Atreus
yeah, 78,
Rogue 72.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently it says Okay, I'm offline. So
Yeah.
look, I got talkative, obviously knowledgeable, but I figured chat responsible would be number one.
Yeah. And then of course we've got the streamer badges that say different things about you. So this one is you're an upcoming streamer.
And these are the badges he was just talking
And
about.
then top 3 for 1 month straight. And of course these are the new bios that they added. I didn't even know they had done this.
They sent an email blast.
Yeah, so you can go put your squads and all that stuff in and all that. And your social links as well. This is really cool.
You can click that on mine. It'll send you to their Twitch on the social links. I think they're going to be doing a drop down. Twitch on the social links.
Well,
I think they're
but yeah, I think they're going to be adding where you can put other social links over here as well.
Yeah,
too.
that's the first time I've ever gone to a stream that was hosting the stream that I was
on. Yeah, and it just weird. And sorry guys, we're not ignoring chat. It's hard to see chat. We're gonna come back and we're gonna catch up with everything that is going on.
He needs about 5 more monitors.
Yeah, I need like 5 more. Jesus, without a doubt. But let's go ahead and run you guys down real quick how to do things here. Of course, this is the website. We've showed you guys where you can go and click the lovely upvote button. Obviously, you want to be able to choose your traits. You just click here. I do believe I've already selected for you. I don't remember which ones I selected.
If you click one...
how have I not? What? No, unacceptable.
Well, hey, it's cool because you get to do it on stream.
Here we go. So we're going to do a chat responsive here for nobody. We're going to hit knowledgeable. And then what else are we going to put here for
They need one
nobody?
for jerk.
It just jerk. Yeah. And you know, I'm going to pop one on here for educational because nobody is always teaching some people some things. Of course, so these are the 2 big ways that you can support your streamers. Once you vote, you go on a timer here.
It resets in 1 hour 18 minutes for the day.
Yeah, I think it's I don't
you
know
can
if it's
actually
24
go
hours.
Yeah, well, they reset at a specific time, server time.
Okay.
So in 1 hour 24 minutes, if you vote right now, you can re-vote in 1 hour and 24 minutes.
Okay. And then let's talk about how to find new streamers. So let's go ahead and go back to the beginning here, and let's go here, and we're gonna pick 3 attributes here, and we're gonna search for a new streamer. So I want to find somebody who's a perfectionist, and I want to find somebody who is charismatic. Okay.
No one meets exactly that.
We're gonna go chill.
I usually, for now, until the site gets bigger and we get more people using the site, I usually only go for 1.
Yeah, but you can stack them if you want to. So let's find somebody who is silly. Let's see somebody who's got the silly trait.
Yeah, Dr. Vortex, yeah, he's a friend that you always know he's silly.
Okay, yeah. So these are now being searched this way. So you can use these attributes to find any new streamer you want. And of course, we've got the live only, but if we want to look at the top of the leaderboard...
And remember, these are all viewer sourced.
Yeah.
So this tells you not what the streamer thinks of themselves, what their community thinks of them.
Exactly. So there's a ton of ways to filter here and find exactly what you're looking for, which is really awesome. Of course, you also have the new badges up here as well. So we can come here and we can look at emerging streamers only. Okay.
So you're within that range.
Yep.
Your average viewership is what that goes. Not how many you have now.
And then we're gonna go look at the up and coming. Gatsby Blue is up on the top of the list right now. Good old Gatsby. And then we're gonna go look at Challenger. We're gonna see who's up here, and this is between 100 and 1,000 views are
Newer,
up here.
yeah, generally newer partners.
Yeah, so we've got Regzilla, Jimbo. So this is a great way to find exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for somebody who's kind of on the partnery trail, so to speak.
If you're looking for someone who really, really needs your support at this moment, this is where you go.
Yeah, and then if you're looking to find smaller streamers who are on the up and come, this is the place to come. It's super great, all the different ways that they have this set up so that you can do the thing. Ton of great ways to find new streamers.
Ranking based on number of viewers is the one thing that I really wish had been around for a long.
Yeah, like on actual Twitch, and it's great that it's here. And there's also a bunch of other relevant information here for you guys. as well. Things I'm going to tell you right now. So I think we're mostly done over here describing the site. So we're gonna get it going because we are joined today by StreamCrux's very own Vandalaris. What is going on, buddy?
Good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Really, really honored to be here, guys.
We are so happy to have you here, man. First of all, me and Nobody both personally want to thank you just for creating an awesome platform for all of the streamers. I know all of the streamers here are super happy to have you here as well.
Well, I mean, I'm just happy that you guys are kind of checking out the platform. I mean, as I was saying before, building something is one thing, but having people actually use it, that's pretty damn awesome. So,
oh yeah,
I'm the one thanking.
Without a doubt, man. And you guys have done something really, really awesome. And it was kind of a little bit of fate. The week before we actually spotlighted you guys as the extension of the week, we had a conversation about Twitch's metadata. We had kind of been having this conversation for about a month long over a couple different shows. Twitch, when it removed communities because of how they had to change things with their tags for metadata, we'd been having a long discussion about it and how it was in the short term kind of bad for smaller streamers, but in the long term was going to be much, much better. But one of the things that constantly came up was we thought that they needed to add metadata for the type of streamer you were, like the personality that the different streamers had, whether they were chat interactive and things like that. And then all of a sudden you guys came along and we found your extension, and it's literally exactly what we were talking about, because we didn't think Twitch had a way to really implement that on their end unless they literally had somebody go and watch everybody stream and then pick personality traits for them and give them tags that way. But your idea of having the viewers pick the tags for everybody so that the viewers can decide this is the type of streamer that I think they are is perfect in hindsight. I mean, really, because if streamers pick it, streamers might see themselves in a way, obviously, that their viewers don't. And if the viewers get to vote on it, it's gonna be as relevant as possible. It's gonna come down to the average, and it's really just gonna be what they think. And that's perfect because it's those specific tags are going to be for the viewers looking for those kinds of things, which is what's super duper awesome about your platform.
I'm so happy to think so. I mean, and that was exactly why we looked at Twitch a lot and we were super frustrated with the fact that it was so hard to find anything outside of the top 100 streamers, or maybe even less when it came to the individual games, right? As you said, like, kind of the communities going away, it was actually a bit of a shame. They did seem to work, kind of. Then they introduced the tags, and we hoped, oh yeah, now finally they made something that made sense. But I mean, when you go in and try to search for a tag, there's like 150 or 200 tags, and these tags are on the individual stream level. They're not. I mean, they don't really describe the streamer at all. I mean, and they're just like alphabetically arranged. Honestly don't know who came up with the idea of these tags on Twitch side. But I mean, we thought, hey, I mean, we can improve that. And there were a lot of ideas, oh, do we need to create some machine learning AI thing that analyzes streams and shit? But honestly, that's just not, I mean, that's just not the way to do things. And that was kind of how we came up with the initial idea of having, well, I mean, the wisdom of the crowd, the users that actually know the streamers, have watched the streams. I mean, these are the people that know the streamers the best and are actually able to kind of say who they are in terms of personality, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you definitely, you hit the nail on the head when it comes to streamers. Like, an AI would be great, and like, I totally get the thought process, right? But having it be an interaction between the streamer and their community, that's what it's all about on Twitch. This is all about the streamers interacting with their community and building that relationship. And StreamCrux not only acts as a way to find new streamers that are doing the things that you're interested in, but it also acts as another tool for the streamer to be interacting with the community, which is always huge.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we want to, right? I mean, kind of from our side, we wanted to create the primary discovery and community platform outside of Twitch, or kind of to support Twitch, right? That's kind of our goal. That we want StreamCrux to be, the platform where you hang out before the stream and where you hang out after the stream. Of course, there's Discord as well, right? But kind of a complementary platform to this, where you can interact where you as a streamer can interact with your viewers and also learn from your viewers. I mean, the idea with the tags was also that I hope that at least sometimes it'll come up as a bit surprising. Oh, actually, these viewers view me as original or creative. I hadn't thought of myself as that. Or, okay, maybe I'm not as funny as I thought I was. Or, these kind of things, right? That's also where we want to go with it.
One of the things that, for some reason my mic's not working. Okay, one of the things that was brought forward on mine, the one thing that I thought would be in the number 1 spot is actually my number 3 most voted. I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah. Chat
Nice.
interactive.
Yeah. It's no, but that's the things that we hope will kind of come forward. In terms of tags, we're actually planning 3 different things. The first thing is this level of tags that we have right now, which is the user set tags. We're planning to kind of also expand a bit on these. Maybe we'll remove some of the ones that aren't used. Even maybe we'll remove some of the ones that are overused, because if everyone has a tag, then it's not a real tag, then it doesn't really mean anything, right? So we're kind of really evaluating which tags make sense and which don't. Then the second thing we really want to get into is having the streamers set some of their own tags, and that's essentially what we started out now with. When you can claim your profile, you can go in and you can set the streamer type. And we want to kind of figure out, okay, what are the things that streamers really want to set that they can say themselves, right? I mean, you also have an opinion on who you are as a streamer that nobody else can kind of take from you, and that's also what we want to use. And then there's a third thing, which is kind of validated tags, so tags that are. Again, one of the examples would be a pro player, right? Someone that plays for an esports team or something like that, right? So they would be able to get a specific tag that would be, oh yeah, he's a pro player, so he's validated. But they would have to be validated from our side, right? I mean, it's not something he himself or she herself can set. And it's not something just the crowd can say, oh, they're a pro player. No, it's something they have to be validated with our platform, right? So that's the idea of having those 3 different levels of tags: the user-generated ones, the streamer-set ones, and the validated ones. So that's kind of what we're working towards on that.
Yeah, I really like that idea.
Cool.
That took one of our
points, yeah, which is where are you guys, what's the next thing for StreamCrux? I really like the idea of validated tags as well, especially because like you're talking about, like with pro players, right? Being able to get that validated and then put that, so it's almost like being verified on Twitter, right? Yeah. Being able to have that on your profile is one of those things that's also going to draw people to you. This is like, hey, this people is legit, like, which is really cool, and I like that idea. One of the things I was going to suggest is I would love to see a tag. So like, we do show style content. There's a couple channels on Twitch that do similar stuff. Like I'll point out Geek and Sundry obviously is a huge, massive channel, and all they do is show style content. So like, I would love to see a tag for something relevancy to that, where I could tag our channel and be like, that's what we do shows.
Exactly, and that would be the second type of tags, right? The streamer set tags. So you can just tag your own show or your own stream as this is primarily a show stream, right? And then people would be able to filter on that tag and see, yeah, okay, that's what I'm looking for, right?
Oh yeah. And it's awesome. I really like the ideas you guys have going so far.
Cool. So I mean, as to what you're asking on what else we've got in the works, again, we just launched 2.5 months ago, and there's just been there've been so many things that we wanted to do, right? I mean, since launch, we both I don't know, you guys probably didn't see it at launch, but those the 5 different what can you say, emblems, or like viewership tiers that you have on the top of the platform, right? The emerging, challenger, upcoming, etc., right? these were just a filter on the side to begin with. So now we made it much more clear that we actually have, 4 different leaderboards, or 5 different if you take it all in. We made it much clearer and made sure that people weren't competing with streamers that were way bigger than themselves, and being compared to that, because that's just toxic. If you want to compete with someone that's way bigger and is irrelevant, etc. So that was the first big change. We launched the extension, of course, that you guys caught onto, which is awesome. It was just, it was a really big day in the team when we saw you guys. Hey, it's an extension of the week, and you guys were reviewing it. It was a big thing.
Honestly, I think the one thing that got me the most was the separation that you had in between sizes of streamers. I think that is the most amazing thing I've site.
Oh yeah, and
okay.
Yeah, it definitely, like you were talking about, it helps to not feel like you're competing against somebody who's just leagues ahead of where you are, so that you're not beating yourself up over that. Which is, we talked briefly just before the show, and we were talking about these stages where streamers tend to quit because, they're comparing themselves to others and looking at the numbers and things. So that is a perfect use of that tool, so that these streamers can come in and go, oh, look at all these other streamers who are in the same place that I am, instead of comparing themselves to somebody like Dr. Disrespect or Scara, who are streaming to like 20,000 people, and they're sitting here with their 1 or 2 views going, oh my god, I'm never gonna make it on this platform, when that's not the case. It's those people are the outliers, the people streaming to 1,000+ people.
Those are mainly people that grew with Twitch and actually have been doing it for like...
Yeah, exactly. And
they're also being promoted by Twitch. I mean, let's not forget about that, right? I mean, Twitch has an inherent interest in promoting the big streamers. And it kind of enters I guess for the big streamers, it's a virtuous cycle. But for the smaller ones, it just keeps them down, right? I mean, I think I looked at some numbers, and I think that there are around 4.5 million streamers on Twitch, but it's always the same 100 you hear about, right? So it's just crazy that there's just such a huge focus on those top 100s when there's so much great content out there with smaller streamers, and that's actually where the communities kind of lie.
Oh yeah, and Twitch is we would be misguided not to say that Twitch is working on things. So like, one of the big shifts into moving to tags and removing communities and things was for Twitch to increase the discoverability of smaller streamers. They had to create metadata, which was missing. So like, you look at something like YouTube that uses tags and things like that. They have this years and years of metadata that they've built a system for discoverability on. Now YouTube has gone the opposite direction. They literally just want to promote their big streamers, right? Or not their big streamers, but their big content creators. Twitch is literally, they've done a couple live streams, and there's blogs about it as well. One of the big reasons that they shifted to tags and are trying to start building up this metadata is to help discoverability. And we've seen a little bit of it. So the ability to go to discovery and now sort by relevancy. There's a panel when you go to the front page of Twitch on Discover now, and there's channels that show up based on relevancy for you now. So the relevancy is starting to be based on that metadata, and I've actually found some of my fellow AA streamers or Average Army streamers that I didn't know about that showed up under relevancy for me, either because probably because the hashtags we use and the different metadata. So it's something that they're slowly working on, and they realize is an issue, but StreamCrux is definitely something that is going to be leagues ahead of what their metadata is for right now. The ability to go in and look and go, I want a friendly streamer, or I want a chat interactive streamer, and to just generate a list is huge, and it's something Twitch can't actually do.
But the fact that you guys are viewer source always gonna make you 100% correct.
Yeah, I mean, at least that's what we're hoping, that getting the data from the viewers and getting all this information from the viewers is something that, I mean, that it's not a direction that Twitch wants to go in. So I mean, we can create a platform that's kind of complementary to what Twitch is doing, right? And help people in the best possible way. And hopefully also, as I said, help the streamers. The idea of just tagging, at the moment there are two ways that people can interact with streamers on the platform, except for finding them, of course, and that's by either upvoting and it's by tagging, right? But in the future, we want to create way more ways of interacting with the streamers on the platform, and actually like have learning to allow the streamers to learn from their community through the StreamCrux platform.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Sorry, idea machine, my brain. We had this discussion before how my brain works. Have you thought about setting up like a fan mail section, so where people who come to that person's page, they can send them like 150 character blurb or something that's just like fan mail. So when you log in to look at where you're on StreamCrux, you can go through and have little fan mail cheering people on. Which would also help in my head with people with burnout and things like that. Logging in and seeing fan mail of people just cheering you on to do the thing seems like it would be.
Yeah, and maybe a moderatable.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it's great that you say this, because it is actually something that we've got planned. I mean, as you might have noticed, we launched the ability to claim and connect your profile. I think it was last Friday. We haven't promoted it too much because we wanted to see that it was working and stable before we began with the big promotion. But there, the first two modules that we launched there was the streamer, like the social links module and the bio module, right? And the thinking behind those two was, I mean, it's really nice to have all the social links in one. That's of course one thing and makes a lot of sense. The second thing is the bio module. We saw a lot of streamers having many different types of bios, and especially some of the new streamers starting out, they didn't know exactly what to kind of put into their bios. So we wanted to kind of create some different sections that also help people, guide them to, what is it that I need to put into my bio to begin with, right? Instead of just blank canvas, you actually had some questions and also some questions like that could kind of spark conversation with the streamers from new viewers coming in. And those were just the first two modules that we launched. That in the future, I mean, this is kind of these streamer profiles are in many ways created so you can enter several modules in the future, and that could be a fan mail section, a comment section, as you say, Nobody. I mean, also it needs to be moderated because we need to keep out the trolls, right? But I mean, there's just so many opportunities with this stuff, right? So that's one of the big things that we'll be working on. We want to create a page maybe where you can also pull in, VODs from your YouTube account if you have such a thing, right? And link them there, so you have both your Twitch stream and then you'll have your VODs from elsewhere, and kind of allow people to comment on those and rate them. I don't know. There are just so many options, so many ideas on what you can do on that page.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely have your hooks into something that you're going to be able to continue to build on for a long time, which is perfect in so many different ways, especially as being an extension on Twitch. A lot of times, like I'll see extensions that do really cool things, but with the limited number of extensions that you can have in your panels right now, having something that is links to a site like StreamCrux, where you guys can constantly be adding new content and new ways to interact, is going to guarantee that people are leaving you down in their panels with your extension, instead of finding new shiny syndrome is what I would call it.
Yeah.
The next new, look at this extension I can play with kind of thing. I mean, we're guilty of that. Okay, we pick a new extension to spotlight every week. Yeah, so we're constantly playing with new extensions and things, trying to help streamers find a way to up their game even a little bit, right? We've always been proprietors of this thought that every week you should be sitting down and going, what can I do better this week as a streamer than I did last week? And even if it's eking out slightly more audio quality, or adding something tiny to your overlay, or maybe decluttering something, every time you sit down to stream, you should have this mentality of, what can I do better this time?
Yeah, and I think that's also, I mean, now I can only talk from what can I say, our perspective also of creating something that will help people do that, right? And now you mentioned the extension, and that's honestly something we really want to work on as well. And I mean, we're super open to inputs on how we can both improve the extension, what people want in the extension. But what we want to do there is also, include much more information there, maybe allow for different tabs. At the moment, you just have the streamer personality, but maybe we could allow it to pull in your social links. A lot of streamers are spending so much, space on their panel on, individual social links. And it's sometimes hard when you land on a new streamer's Twitch page to actually find, if I want to find their Twitter, then, it looks different on each person's page, right? So it's super hard to find. But if you had, if we were able to help people out with that on just, they have the StreamCrux extension, I know that's where to click the Twitter, that's where to click Twitter icon, or go to the Discord, etc., right? So that's kind of also what we want to do, and many other things that we can do with the extension of pulling in stuff from our side, right?
Speaking, that great idea. Have you thought about so like, I know one I can think of off the top of my head. We use an extension right now down in the channel for polls. So we often ask our audience questions and stuff. They have an ability on their extension where you can like right click the little arrow, and it has different pages, so you can put up multiple polls and scroll through them. How cool would it be if on your extension, so you're talking about you want to give the streamers the ability to declutter their space, you could just click a right arrow, and then it would have a place with buttons for their Twitter, their Discord, everything right there in that little extension. I would literally clean up so much space in my panels in a heartbeat with that. Like,
I could get rid of like 2 entire panels right there on the spot.
I'm glad you guys are saying it, because that is kind of what we want to do. We want to help declutter the space, and just make it less cluttered for the streamer, and make it more accessible for the viewers, right, to find out what's actually going on in the panel.
Oh yeah, and those are fantastic. Like, the ability to do that for a streamer, like, is just that's choice. Is the only way I can say that. Is absolutely choice. So while I'm thinking about it, we wanted to ask you, since we have so many streamers here, what can viewers/streamers do to help StreamCrux accomplish everything they want to accomplish? Like, what can we do to help you guys continue to make the platform a success? Because I think everybody who's watching right now are all streamers, and I think all of us are using StreamCrux. So we want to know what we can do to help you. Nice.
Oh man, that's a big question, but I mean, so firstly, I mean, just please use the platform. That's a big thing, right? I think also, so first thing is, of course, using the platform, and then the second thing is, and I think many of you guys are some of the ones that have been doing this most successfully. I mean, Mr. Fluffy, Atreus, of course, you guys, you Knowbotty. Rogue Crackers, many of you guys, you've all managed to kind of get your community to go in and vote, right, and set your attributes and all of that stuff, right? And that's something we haven't seen from. That's something we've only seen some of the streamers manage to do. Some streamers just go in there and then they upvote themselves twice and then they forget about the platform, right? And that honestly hurts a bit from our side. It's a bit sad to see people just come in and then don't care and go away. But it's also just sad because it also makes it way less discoverable for streamers to kind of that are using the platform, so they never kind of reap the value from it, right? So I mean, the first and primary thing you guys can do is just kind of get your viewers on the platform and make them kind of give some input on whether they like the platform. Because I mean, a platform like ours, sure, it works great if all the streamers think it's nice, but if the viewers don't think it's good, then it's a bit sad as well, right? I mean, then it won't last in the long term. So that's also that would be super good. And it's been a bit hard for us actually to get. It's been easy to get feedback from streamers on the platform, but it's been harder to get feedback from viewers on the platform, right? So that's something that we'd really love to hear more about. Yeah. So I think get viewers on the platform, and if you're able to, then get a bit of feedback from them on the platform. So we're able to also build it a bit from them, and not just for the streamers. If that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. And you just gave me a great idea. Knowbotty, we should, after, I know you have to go back and stream, but after your stream, we should both go in our Discords and create a viewer feedback section for StreamCrux. Invite the Landers so we can get him and he can see that, and let all of our viewers give any feedback they have there, so that he has access to it. On it, Fluffy's just gonna go ahead and do it for nobody. I love it on my Discord. So
that's awesome.
So we will definitely get our communities together and get you some feedback and thoughts from them as well.
Speaking of feedback from viewers, I have had some feedback already from the viewers, because I do the daily, at least one daily walkthrough of StreamCrux, which is actually one of the tricks that I've done to become the #1 most upvoted. But it works, right? But yeah, they actually, every single viewer that's seen it so far has told me how amazing they thought the site was. So that's a really good thing. And they've started going through and looking for other streamers. Now I just tell them, okay, well, let all the streamers that you know about it. Let all the other viewers that you know about it. That way we can just get it widespread as much as possible.
Yep. That's super awesome. I mean,
yeah, word of mouth on the Twitch platform. We will always come back to this. Networking is just the best way to be successful on Twitch, and I think that goes for anything, whether you're a developer building extensions, or you're a streamer, or even a viewer. If you're looking to have a good time on Twitch, even networking with other people and figuring out and finding other streamers that you enjoy is going to be a way for you to enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, every streamer I've taught about it is absolutely in love with it. Like even Nato Potato, I don't know if you've, you know him. He didn't know about it until about a week ago, and then someone told him about it, and then next thing you know, he's like most upvoted in his class, and he was freaking out. He's just like, this is freaking amazing.
That's super awesome. But that's also the kind of experiences we want to give, right? And honestly, as I said, I mean, it's just so amazing to see people kind of use the platform and be excited about it, as excited as we are, right? I mean, that's kind of what makes our day, right? But kind of speaking of viewers, that's actually also a big thing. I hope it's okay if I break in. Viewers is a big thing that we're trying to kind of improve the platform for. I mean, at the moment, the experience there is, of course, discovery. The discovery was built for viewers first, and that was kind of why we built the platform to begin with. But at the moment, the experience of going back and upvoting a person 3 times each day it's just it's a bit dull, right? So we want to improve on that and just make the whole, the whole viewer part way more engaging. You know, of course, building the ability to follow a person in StreamCrux and have your list of favorite streamers in StreamCrux, so you can quickly go and remember to upvote them. But also kind of building in an achievement system for viewers. A system where they can also keep track of who have they upvoted most, what kind of streamers is that they like, also for them to kind of use that to find new streamers that they like in the future.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I could probably brainstorm 100 ideas for things you guys could do for viewers now. We'll have a brainstorm session one day. I'm 100% down to do another one of those. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, and another thing that I like to tell people to do is if they actually find a new streamer on StreamCrux, let them know where they came from.
Yeah.
That helps out a lot.
Yeah, it does. It really does. We've had a few, that posted, hey, I just had a viewer come in and say that he came from StreamCrux and I didn't know about this platform, and now I went and checked it out and it's cool, and that's also an awesome experience.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. I think nobody had a question here, and you guys now have the specialized badges. You want to know if you could explain what they are, and then if you plan on doing some sort of added features to the streamers who receive them.
Yeah, so we kind of wanted to. So at the moment, kind of take it a few steps back, right? The moment that the voting system functions in the way that you can give a streamer 3 upvotes every day, and after 30 days, these upvotes they disappear, right? To make sure, and the idea behind that was we wanted to make sure that the leaderboard was all the time fresh, so you didn't have some streamer that had joined way back that was just constantly dominating the leaderboard because they were popular half a year ago, right? So we wanted to make sure it was all the time fresh. On the other hand, we were a bit sad that, you know, some streamers felt that, oh, now we've been up there for a long time, but I mean, we couldn't keep on being up there and we've nothing to show for it, right? And that was kind of why we introduced, after June, we introduced these top three most upvoted in my class badges. And yeah, well, that's exactly what they mean. So these badges are granted every month to the top 3 streamers in each of their classes, from emerging, upcoming, challenger, and top streamers. And if you are in the top 3 several months in a row, you'll be granted a new badge, right? So there's a 2-month not just in a row, but there's a 2-month on top badge, a 3-month on top badge, etc., etc., etc. So we wanted to also just make sure that we kind of recognize the streamers that were able to kind of stay on top of the leaderboard for some period of time. We are also planning on introducing other types of badges. We talked we also brainstormed a lot of ideas there, like, you know, wildcard badges, like top charismatic streamer of July, or other things like this, right? But we haven't really gone into those yet. But we've got a lot of plans in that area.
I really like the idea of those.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Especially the part where it resets every month. That's something that, because I mean, not every streamer is going to stay relevant in their bracket. Like, take for example, I'm on a partner push right now. I'm almost at partnership, so I'm on the cusp of actually going into the next bracket. So yep. I mean, that could kind of skew things a little bit too if it wasn't set on a rate.
Yep. And we've noticed.
Oh yeah, man. Also those badges too. So you were saying like the badges show like the streamer, like they got the top for 3 months or been top for 4 months. That's also, don't think about it as just the streamer either. That is also a great way for the community to feel like they're being recognized, because it is those streamers' communities that are pushing them to the top. So I feel exactly. Like those badges are going to be just as much for the streamer as they are for that streamer's community. So those are really, really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Thanks. But you're definitely hitting the hammer on the nail there, Albo. I mean, it's super important to also to recognize that streamers are, well, I wouldn't say nothing, but I mean, but the communities are also kind of what makes the streamers, right? And definitely on StreamCrux, we want to make sure that we also reward the communities for the pushes that they do to the streamers, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So I think we've covered most of what we wanted to talk about here. By the way, chat, we have a little bit more time here with I'm gonna butcher your name. I don't know why. I've said it right like 8 times, and then I literally just the Landris. Yes. We're gonna open up chat now. So if you guys have any questions for the Landris, now is the time. Put them over in chat, and we're gonna pick questions and go. And then we're gonna keep having a conversation. He's got a little bit more time with us here, and we appreciate him coming, being with us on the show for sure.
Yeah, appreciate being here.
Oh man, most definitely. We're, like I said, we're super happy with StreamCrux as a platform. We really enjoy using it, and I think you guys are gonna do awesome things.
Cool. Have you think so?
Colin, I'm starting to think maybe Don't you have issues with a lot of things you set up lately?
Fallen has issues with everything he tries to set up. It's okay. We still love you, Fallen. But no, oh, I did have, I'll save that for off stream. That's a personal, idea that I have for you guys. I'll just run that by you later. Fallen, you're the man no matter what. Nice. But yeah, chat, if you guys have any questions about StreamCrux or Fourth Landris, now is most definitely the time. Why do I think it's an Austrian accent, says John Bon.
I'm Danish, so it's not Austrian.
No, not Austrian.
No. Awesome. Noob just got his StreamCrux set up. Awesome.
So Atreus, I know you probably got some questions or something, or comments.
Fluffy said he's answered all the questions I had already. Yeah, he most definitely answered a lot of questions already.
Suggestions?
I mean, you're always welcome to kind of drop by on Discord as well. Honestly, we try to answer as many questions as we can. We get some questions on, are you building this or are you gonna do that? And when is it gonna launch? And I mean, honestly, it's super hard sometimes to say, is it gonna take a week or is it gonna take 2 weeks, etc., to kind of build this? Most often I'll answer, hey, yeah, it's in the plans, right? Or it's our priority right now, or something like that. And that's kind of the best I can give in terms of what do you call it? Our roadmap, I think it's called. So. Okay.
There's an internet meme for you. Soon TM.
Oh God. I've got a question for you, and this is because we appreciate StreamCrux so much. So I'm curious, how big is the team that you guys are?
Yeah, so at the moment we're 6 people.
Okay.
That are kind of working on it. So we've got a guy that's Lofi. You probably, he was the one, Chris, that dropped by your stream at one point. Knowbotty. So he's the one that kind of done all the design. Then we've got a guy that's doing all of like the big database, the so-called backend building, which is, I mean, the entire database that kind of captures the votes, pulls stuff out of Twitch, structures it, etc. Then we've got a guy that's building the front end, so the actual website. Then we've got Adeneris, who's kind of handling our marketing, and then we've got an illustrator, a designer, who's kind of designing all the all those all the actual icons and stuff like that. So
yeah, so I wanted to get an answer for that, because I want everybody in chat to appreciate just how much these guys are doing and how quickly they are doing it with such a small team. Like, speaking as somebody who is a one-man production team at the moment, six people still is not a ton of people to be doing all of the things that they are doing as fast as they're doing them. So let's see, I just missed want to make sure I get this one from Fallen. Fallen Noob says, just a suggestion, I can see we can only put one Discord in there. I'm guessing he's talking about his StreamCrux profile. He wants to know, can we get an extra slot so that we can post our community?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's a really good point. I'll make sure to note it down. So it's not hard for us to kind of work it out. So if it's a big enough request, then we can actually work it in.
John Bon Delight asks, is StreamCrux going to be Twitch exclusive? And I think what he's getting at is because there are other streaming platforms like Facebook and YouTube. And what's the other one? D-Live, that I can think of off the top of my head?
Yeah.
John, that's an excellent question. The long-term plan is definitely no. We want to be a platform for all streamers. Like, whether a person is on Twitch or on D-Live or on YouTube, I mean, that shouldn't or on Mixer or whatever. I mean, that's not what defines you as a streamer, right? I mean, why should anyone care about which platform you're streaming on, right? What really matters is the community that you have, and that's, I mean, we want to be the platform where people go and find a streamer. You don't need to know, like, it doesn't matter which platform the person's streaming on. Then you check out their StreamCrux profile. You kind of see, is this a streamer you like or not? You go watch the stream on whatever platform that they're streaming on, and then you come back to StreamCrux and you kind of hang out. And I mean, as you mentioned, Knowbotty, maybe you write a bit of comments on how you like the stream. You tag them with the tags that are, etc. So that's kind of our grand vision, is kind of becoming a central platform that helps all streamers regardless of where they're at.
Let's see. The network wants to know what mic you're using, Philandris.
It's the Steel Series headset. I forget what it's called.
They do good headsets.
Yeah, Steel Series.
They
is
do
the
good
one
headsets.
stuff.
I don't know. It's like half a year since I bought it. I forget.
Let's see. A lot of people saying we love you, Philandris. You're awesome.
Thanks, guys. You're the awesome ones.
Oh, wait. This one, yeah, okay. Murdy asks, is there a way we can see a list of streamers that we have voted on? So
This is definitely in the works. That's part of the viewer features that I was mentioning before. I mean, we want to improve the viewer experience a lot, and that's like, yeah. So a history of a voting history, favorites, notification system. So you're reminded if you forgot to, if you voted for a stream of 3 or 4 days in a row, and then you stop voting, right? You might want to get a notification saying remember, etc. Right? Of course, not to be intrusive, but these kind of things is just stuff that we really want to kind of introduce. Definitely, Mad Murray.
That just made Reg's day.
And then Gata says, I know it might take a lot of coding, but I would like to be able to click on the names of people who upvote us, because I think it would aid in our networking.
Oh yeah, definitely another thing, right? I mean, that's kind of part of building the viewer profiles on the site. At the moment, again, there's only streamer profiles, and this whole voting history, etc. That kind of again feeds into the viewer profile side. And when we've built out viewer profiles, then you would be able to click on that person, and you'd be able to see additional information on the viewer, and who they're supporting, etc. So it's definitely in the works.
Mr. Fluffy says, let's all vote for Philandris on StreamCrux.
I don't think I am anywhere on StreamCrux. I'm the one voting,
And then you and me had talked about this a while back as well, possibly setting up a Twitch channel for you guys, and that way you could get some StreamCrux emotes going and stuff. So I have a question for our chat. Guys, would you guys subscribe to a StreamCrux Twitch channel just so you could get those sweet StreamCrux emotes, so that you guys could represent StreamCrux when you go all over the Twitch platform? This is something I personally want to know.
I absolutely would.
Right? Yeah, in a heartbeat. What's going on, Doski?
Speaking of which, I do have a question. StreamCrux merch. Is there any way we can get like a T-shirt or something like that?
Oh man, it's in the works. I mean, I'm wearing an awesome StreamCrux T-shirt right now, but I think this is a limited edition that there are only 6 of at the moment. So,
all right, we want to be first to know. We want StreamCrux shirts.
You'll be first to know. You'll be first.
Yeah, Fluffy says yes. I want a shirt too. Goddess wants to know if we can put the Landris' face on it.
Well, I mean, we've got all the little cruxifications, we're calling them, the little figures of ourselves. So yeah. We're actually planning on kind of we're thinking of kind of launching a StreamCrux founders package for early adopters of StreamCrux, you guys that are kind of there already, right? And also, to be perfectly blunt, maybe just to support us a bit in terms of money, because we're kind of just putting all our own stuff in there, right? Where you'd be able to buy a little package with a lot of good stuff in there. We really want to just stuff it full with as much value as we can, but just kind of to have a bit of early support. Maybe there'll be a T-shirt in there.
Awesome. Yeah, and the consensus from chat seems to be like, yes, they would definitely subscribe for the emotes, and everybody wants T-shirts. Rogue Dragus wants to know where's the store for this Founders Pack.
It'll come.
Yeah, and then you and me have talked a couple different ways about monetization and some ideas and stuff. And at the end of the day, especially all of us being streamers, I think you are allowed to be blunt. So we literally not last episode, the episode before, we did an entire episode about ways to monetize your stream. So realistically, at the end of the day, everybody understands that no matter how passionate you are about something, you have to eat and you have to keep the lights on, right? Like that's just a reality. So I don't think nobody's going to shame you away from talking about monetizing something. One of the ideas I mentioned to you that I thought would be awesome for a way for us streamers to be able to support you guys would be running like the banner ads on the page, but allowing the streamer to opt into that so that the communities know that, hey, this streamer is supporting StreamCrux. So stuff like that. I don't think anybody who is a streamer or is viewing streamers are going to have any issues with anything like that. All our communities are really awesome and do anything they can to support us, and it's really awesome. Loots is another example that people do all the time.
And what you got to realize too is you're talking about platforms like Twitch and YouTube where 90% of their income comes from ad revenue. So people are used to watching ads for people that they like. So I don't think anybody would care.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. We have some ideas, right? I think when it comes to monetization, what's most important is what we want to do. And that's like, variations of selling votes or doing anything that's kind of pay to win. That's stuff that's just total no-go. We want our platform to stay true to, the idea of helping discover and helping being a community for streamers. What we might do would be maybe sell, what do I know, like for the streamer pages to sell custom, if you wanted to have like custom made backgrounds and stuff like that, cosmetic adjustments that you could kind of choose to pay for, right? Or not. But I mean, we kind of want to also check with the streamer community, like, would you guys pay for, now I'm not saying anything now, but I mean, would you guys pay for XYZ, or, is this something that you would consider paying for? And that's kind of the first thing. And then in the future, when the platform becomes even bigger, then we also want to make sure that we kind of give back to the streamer community in terms of having viewer monetization methods through StreamCrux, right? Where viewers can either donate or buy merch or digital merch kind of through the StreamCrux store. Imagine that if the StreamCrux pages really become important to the viewers or the streamers, then the viewers would be able to buy avatars or stuff that could kind of be on the StreamCrux page, and when they buy that avatar, like 90% of the price would go to the streamer, right? Something like that. So that kind of ideas that we're playing with, but the important thing to us is kind of that we are all doing this to the community. That's also, I mean, if we fail the community, then we won't have a reason for being, right? I hope that makes sense.
Oh yeah, and it's at the end of the day, I think what the point you're getting at is that you want to maintain the integrity, right? You don't want to you don't want to make it feel like it's a pay to win system, because that's not what you guys are about. You guys are about making a community a place for everybody to come hang out and find the streamers that are really interesting. If it became pay to win, it would be the entire opposite point of why you guys created the platform, which is awesome. It's great to know that when you find something like that and then you find out that the people are amazing and just integrity driven is freaking great.
That's gonna help take you a long way as long as y'all keep thinking like that too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I agree, guys. For God's sakes, I mean, we wouldn't want to do this if we didn't think it was fun, right? I mean, this is the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life to kind of build StreamCrux. It's a big statement, but it's actually true. So it's yeah.
How would you feel about a bunch of streamers getting together and doing charity run for you, or not really a charity run, but a fundraising run for you?
I mean, I think I'd be honored. I mean, it's
I think we can 100% do that.
Yeah. That sounds super cool. but I wouldn't want to use anyone, no.
We'll see. Here's
it's quietly already starting in chat.
I was gonna say here's the thing. Using us would be coming to us and being like, hey, nudge nudge, wing wing, you should do this. Literally everybody's in chat is, how do we send money to support right now? So the ability for us to do a drive to raise you guys funds to further a platform that we're using and we enjoy, that's not using us, that's us helping you guys continue to improve a platform that we love.
Goddess is already setting it up.
Goddess says I'm on it. Yep. Well, that's a thing. We will get some details going on that without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's also if we create these founder packages and then I'd also be that would be amazing if we were able to create some packages that would be able to kind of make something cool for you guys and then you guys actually paying money for stuff that we were doing. I mean, that would also kind of be mind blowing to us, you know. So it's anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Greg's asking what game's your favorite.
Oh man, so many. I'm like the biggest variety gamer ever. I've played. I mean, there are of course games that I'm not so much into sports games, but basically almost anything else I've played. I'm super shit at most of them. But like again, back to the StarCraft games. I loved StarCraft 2. I think StarCraft 2 is probably my favorite game ever. It's a hard question, right? Then the Baldur's Gate games. I loved those back in the day.
Baldur's Gate.
Freaking awesome, right? Super excited about number 3 coming out.
I know when they announced that I lost my.
I know. Mind Flayer coming in. It's fucking awesome. So yeah. I think that's So I'd say StarCraft 2 with the Baldur's Gate games coming close second.
Actually, they've already got that, Goddess. They just did that.
Yep, they literally just did that, Goddess.
She's a couple days behind. She's a busy person.
Oh me, oh my. Guys, if you have anything else, I think we have just a couple more minutes here with the Landris, and then we are gonna take a well, no, we're not gonna take a break, but we're gonna jump into the next section of the show. But it's been so much fun having you on the show, and I know me and Nobody are both looking forward to continuing to work with you guys, and now we apparently are gonna be doing an awesome fundraising thing for you guys, so I'm super excited for that.
Make it like a 72-hour streamathon where like we just go back and forth between each other,
just doing raids. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, I didn't see this. Mr. Fluffy said, the Landris, honestly, me personally wouldn't mind if you would sell the avatars. I think he's talking about the avatars you're talking about. For me personally anyway, he said, you guys get 90% and I get like 10%. He said, my personal opinion.
Whoa, come on, guys. I mean, it's nice of you guys, but I mean, we want to give something back to the community, right? So it's maybe we could do like a slider, like Humble Bundle, where you can do a slider on, how much goes to what. Yeah.
Rogue Draco says 50-50.
That's correct, right? So it's like you could take it all the way to 100% to yourself, or 100% to us. But I mean that's ridiculous, right? But
I always thought that was ridiculous on Humble. Like, wait, I can get this and give all the money to the streamer?
And Goddess Mars says, we just want to support the platform that is supporting us. Yep. Chud says 50-50 sounds great to me. Yeah, like, you guys are awesome. And I love the idea of a slider, too.
Yeah, the slider's a good idea.
Yeah, because then it's the streamer can set it how they want. And I think I would cap it on either end at like 10%.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I was thinking, like 10 and 90.
Yeah. Would be awesome. I mean, just great ideas. This is part of why I love this show. And getting to do this is not only do, of course, we get to teach all of the streamers that come in new and awesome stuff, but we really kind of have like a finger on the pulse, as it were, for the stream community and learning the things that they want, and that's perfect, especially for being able to work with you guys and letting you guys know what everybody thinks and wants. And the overwhelming consensus is that everybody wants to support StreamCrux because it's awesome.
No, that's awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. It's an amazing experience.
All right, man. I know we are getting ready to get to that time. If you got any closing statements you want to make, man, please feel free. Advertise yourself. This is the time. Sell out. Do it. Go ahead, man.
Man, closing statements, such a big thing. No, honestly, I mean, I'm just been. I think I've said it too many times, right? I'm super humbled by the way that we've been received by the community, right? It's something that really makes your day, right? Makes you want to get out of bed every day, right? So it's super happy about it. Please just keep on supporting StreamCrux, and almost more importantly, if you think that we're doing something wrong, please tell us, right? Because if you guys don't tell us, then we don't know, right? So we want to create something awesome. So please just keep us in the loop.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and vice versa. Definitely keep us in the loop too, man. I know me and Nobody have big plans on supporting the heck out of you guys on the platform. So,
and if I ever see anything I don't like, I'll let you know. So far, I've liked everything I've seen.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's amazing, guys. Amazing. Well then, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having me on the show, and have an awesome weekend.
Oh, Zombie loves it high.
Oh yep, Zombie loves to say. And
hey,
thanks for being on the show, man. We appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. See you guys.
Later,
Bye.
brother.
See ya.